Greetings, everyone. House of Prozorov, seventh generation technologies. Today is December 3rd. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about uniqueness. And I want to talk about people who think they have a scheme and a plan and they have nothing. Okay. Maybe I should use some Joker analogy to get my point across. I see folks who think they're in competition with other folks who think they're in competition with other folks. In the end, you get to the top, there's not much competition there. You are at the top. You think Tom Brady was worried about every other expiring quarterback taking his position after he got to his 11th year? I don't think so. Not that he wasn't motivated to win, he was. You're not fighting everybody, and the idea that your enemies would try to give you the impression that you're against everyone, you got to fight for everything. That's absurd. You need an easy way to the top. Myself, I need an easy way to the top. If I have to work for every penny, I don't become a multimillionaire, do I? That's just a fact, man. I don't want to hear your shit about market economy and Keynesian and Adam Smith and all that other shit. I don't care. And I don't care how you perceive me. I give no shits about that. If I want to make it, I'll need a quick way to the top, right? That's just how it is. Most people make it when they're super young, too. I talk to crazy people all the time who think maybe I'm the crazy one. Well, I'm not. You're the crazy one. You're the loser, too. It's one thing to be a loser and not know you're a loser. It's another thing to understand where you messed up and at least know where your errors are. You got to take that shit. Okay. If you're like 16 years old and listening to me, you got to go after it. You got to get there where it matters. You got to be where you need to be. You have to put yourself there. Some examples of great people is like Steven Spielberg, who would hang out and try to make sure that he would get noticed by people on the set. He used his family advantages to put himself in an even higher advantage. So if you're well to do, you better use that advantage. You don't want to come from the bottom. No one wants to come from the bottom. The bottom sucks. The bottom's no fun. And once you get there, you're not going to be competing with everybody. Is Tom Cruise competing with people to find out if he's going to do the next Mission Impossible movie? No, he's Tom Cruise. He's going to get that role. This idea of these goofballs, I hate them and I want to get that out there. I hate their ideas of competition. You're in the market to make me the hamburger for the cheapest. I don't care about your hamburgers. I don't give a shit about your hamburger price. I don't even know you, let alone should I be influenced by your mind. So I got to come out with all my positivity and go out and send the rejection to people. Send that rejection out there to them. I reject your imposition that I am under some kind of law that you think in your brain. I am disconnected from you. We are not one. We have never been one. I've never lived like you, and I've never had it as easy as you, and I refuse. Absolutely refuse to believe the stupid shit you believe. I don't care what you read. I don't care what your mommy and daddy told you. I don't care. It doesn't matter. You don't get to the top by competing with everyone. You get to the top by getting around competing from everyone. Do you want to compete with everyone for your sandwich? How would you like that? Let's just take these principles to the insane level that some of these lunatics on the right or just people who don't think. Uh, okay, you're going to compete for your drink today. You don't get to drink unless you outcompete like 50 other people, and you all are going to have to get into a fist fight, and only one person gets the drink. Don't buy into that. These people who make it aren't under those guises. They have a lot of comfort in what they do so they can expand. The idea that you have to be in discomfort to be great is absurd. Discomfort is not the way to riches. In fact, when you're comfortable, it gives you a platform. When you have money, it gives you a platform to really do whatever the hell you feel like doing. And you're going to work hard. If you don't have to worry about money, you can give it your all. You don't have to worry about being in a place that has all these little stupid rules at the McDonald's you work at or at the retail outlet you work at. You get to you live in your big house and you can do whatever you want in any of the rooms that you own. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet, but I know the system they're promoting to you isn't working. So I hope to influence a young person out there. Go for your dreams. Put yourself front and center. Have a gigantic ego, because that ego is what will drive you to the top. It will drive you. The ego, if the ego gets beat down, you won't feel like you're good enough. And you need to feel like you're good enough, especially when you don't yet have the capital. Feel good, then do good, and go out there and do what you love. You're not competing, because you're the best. And when you're the best, you don't have to compete. Okay? Look, okay? Look. Who is this joker anyhow? Well, I'm a joker that's here to inspire you and tell you you can do it. You can do it. I would be a great joker. I would do that role fantastically. But I'll never get to compete with Mr. Phoenix or Mr. Heath Ledger, because I you need to put yourself in that position when you're young. Okay? You need to be there when you're young. Almost everybody that makes it when they're young or in their 20s. There are almost very few exceptions, and the few exceptions don't really matter, because would you want to be rich and famous at 23 years old or rich and famous at 53? There's no question that being young and famous at 23 is way better. Forget all these idiots, what they talk about. Well, you're too dumb, you're not wise enough. Well, you're too old. All your wisdom doesn't help you if you don't have no energy and you look like a pile of shit and nobody wants to look at you. You have to be presentable to the public. That's just fact 101. I can't help it hurt somebody's feelings. You don't want to put anybody ugly up there. Maybe if they're playing a villain, they could be really ugly, but you still have to have some couth about you. There are certain things that you have to have in place, and you're not going to be competing with all these clowns. Like somebody says, well, you can't be an NFL player because there's millions of people doing that. If you're 6'3" and 235 pounds and full of muscles, there aren't millions of people built like that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to be able to do that. It doesn't matter if they're a number. They're 5'2" and they went out for the football team. That's an opportunity. An opportunity is nothing if you don't have the skills to use it. Thank you. This is House of Prozorov, 7th generation technologies, going off the hook, saying some mean things because saying nice things are not working for me, and they may not be working for you. What is the truth? Peace. Subscribe and like.